So generally, the carbonated water is perfectly fine to drink, as long, of course, it doesn't have any artificial flavors or added sugar. However, you really need to research the brand you're using. Some of the brands have been found to use a lot of PFAs in them, and PFAs are forever chemicals and endocrine disruptors. So please research the brand that you're going to drink. And also, in some cases, carbonated water is great to help you with your digestion. First of all, it's very important that you figure out why your daughter is anemic. Usually, it's not as simple as just taking iron. In order for your body to absorb iron, you have to make sure that you have adequate acidity. So if her stomach is not acidic enough, she doesn't produce enough hydrochloric acid, you can give her the best type of iron, even plant-based, and she won't be able to absorb it. Most frequently, and I do run into this complaint quite often, most often kids that are picky eaters, and a lot of times they'll refuse to eat meat. It's due to two reasons. Sometimes they're connected. One is low hydrochloric acid, so the stomach is not acidic enough. The second one, and that's a common one unfortunately, is parasites. Both of those do require further workup to understand how to work with each specific parasite and with each specific child. I would insist on getting her tested for those two, and in the meantime, you can very safely give her some liquid chlorophyll. Pretty much there's a lot of liquid chlorophyll brands out there, and you can add a few drops in her water, have her drink that. There's some reasonable brands, Mary Ruth Organics. They do have liquid iron for children. That's a good one to take as well. But again, if you do not address underlying conditions, it's gonna be a very limited help. The other supplement I would recommend considering adding to her is taurine. Taurine increases bile production, and that helps the liver detoxification, and liver has a huge part in digestion. So that's a good place to start. Oh, also, a lot of kids are really sensitive to dairy and wheat. So if possible, I would consider eliminating those out of her diet and make absolutely sure she gets enough water. Skin tags are very closely related and are a sign of insulin resistance or even type 2 diabetes. There's a lot that you can do to get it under control. There are some supplements that can help with insulin resistance, like magnesium and chromium, but key is exercise, preferably resistance training, and also changing your diet. A long conversation, but very shortly, you should strive to eat protein and fat with every meal. Eliminate gluten, dairy, simple carbs, processed foods. So generally, protein powders are quite beneficial, but you do have to find the right ones for you. There are two different kinds, well, more than two, but one general category is dairy-based. And if you like dairy-based ones, you have to make sure that you can actually digest dairy, meaning if it's causing gasiness or bloating, don't use them. If you do choose whey protein or dairy-based protein powders, make absolutely sure you use only grass-fed organic dairy. If dairy does not work for you, you can look into rice protein-based or pea protein-based ones. There's quite a few out there on the market. You want to research and see which one really digests best for you. The ones I do like and use myself is Mediclear from Thorne, Standard Process, SP Complete, and then also sometimes Ultrameal by Metagenics. There are quite a few excellent schools out there. You can go for a naturopathic degree, you can go for a nutritional degree, you can go for an energetic medicine degree. In my opinion, the most important thing is to find good practitioners, experienced practitioners that will allow you to intern with them, because what you're taught in school and what you learn in the field and working with patients, they're two very big differences. So attend as many nutritional conferences and naturopathic conferences as you can. It's a really great way to pick up information, and above all, intern. Exercise. Make sure you exercise. At the very least, you have to walk 30 to 45 minutes a day. elevate your legs, elevate your feet above your heart. You can lie next to the wall, scoot your butt right up to the wall and just put your feet up on the wall. Or you can lie next to the chair and make 90 degrees with your legs, put your legs up so that the lymph can drain to your heart. As far as supplemental help goes, vitamin C is extremely important, as well as collagen. And also there's some really great herbs that help strengthen the blood vessels. I personally use a lot of Vessel Forte by Designs for Health. It's got some really good bioflavonoid and herbs that strengthen your veins. PCOS, a lot of different causes. There is some genetic component. However, those are usually hormonal imbalances, and fundamental causes of those are lack of adequate movement, poor nutrition, and exposure to certain toxic chemicals. And that, and of course, deficiencies of vitamins and minerals in combination leading to insulin resistance and inflammation. What to do about it? First of all, diet that helps control insulin resistance. It's a very complicated topic, but in short, avoid snacking, make sure you eat good proteins and fats with every meal, and eliminate sugars, simple sugars as much as possible, processed foods, dairy, and gluten. There are a lot of supplements that can be helpful to recommend supplements, and also remember, supplements will not help unless you make a dietary change. Also, a supplement called myo-inositol can be very helpful with PCOS. Other than that, also look at iodine deficiency. Iodine deficiency is extremely common, especially in people that do not live next to the ocean. And if you are deficient in iodine, you need to get a good quality supplement. Avoid iodized salt because it's actually toxic. Hopefully that helps. Most frequently, two things. Number one, deficiencies of vitamin A, E, and zinc. The second reason is congestion in your digestive tract and liver. So usually I find that food elimination diet, such as eliminate sugar, number one problem, dairy and gluten, and also try the combination of 4 supplements. They're called taurine, lecithin, cod liver oil, and wheat germ oil. A lot of times those things in combination really help with acne very easily and quickly. First and foremost, you have to find out the cause of it and address that cause. A lot of people think, well, I have hypothyroidism, but nobody, and here's the hormone that I take, but nobody actually asks the question of why all of a sudden everybody has hypothyroidism. There's several reasons why that happens. First, you might just simply be deficient in 2 key ingredients that actually make up your thyroid hormone. One is iodine, and the other one is tyrosine. If you do not live next to the ocean and do not eat seaweed, you will be deficient in iodine. So you need to make sure you get that through the supplement. But in order to take iodine, you have to get tested for autoimmune thyroiditis. If you have autoimmune thyroiditis, you should not be taking iodine supplements. The second thing is tyrosine. Tyrosine is an amino acid and the second ingredient of your thyroid hormone. Now, that's a very simple and straight cause of hypothyroidism. However, another problem is if you have weak liver, your liver cannot convert the T4, which is the hormone that your thyroid makes, into T3, which is an active thyroid hormone in your body. And then you need to be addressing your liver health. Third thing is you might actually be making normal T4, normal T3, your blood work looks fine, but your cells are not responding to the signals of the thyroid hormone, and you're going to have all the symptoms of hypothyroidism. And for that, you need to make sure that your cell membranes are functioning properly. Problems with cellular membranes are most often caused by deficiencies of omega-3s. Yes, iron plays a huge role in our health, and it happens to be one of the most frequently deficient ones in women. Ferst of all, make sure you get it tested, and in order to find out your levels, you have to request that your doctor asks for ferritin test. It's ferritin, F-E-R-R-I-T-I-N. Very important. It's a storage form of iron. Always need to get it tested, and it should be around 80 to 90. If you are significantly lower than that, then take easily absorbable good form of iron. I personally use a lot of Ferro Food by Standard Process and Hematic Iron Formula by Doctor's Research. Exercise and exercise and exercise again. I'm very lazy as far as exercise is concerned, so I'm starting to stick to it, but that's definitely my challenge. So I would wish I started earlier. But other than exercise, probably would have started meditating earlier and have stressed less. They absolutely can. Castor oil packs is a very safe way of detoxification, specifically for the thyroid. And usually if you combine it with the whole body detoxification, helping your digestive tract, helping your liver, it can help get rid of heavy metals and infections, which are frequently underlying thyroid cysts and nodules. Good quality amino acid supplement, iron if you need it. Again, good quality, but vitamin and mineral supplement. Also omega-3s. If you are under a lot of stress and have been for several years, another thing to look at are adaptogens. Adaptogens are a class of herbs that help strengthen your adrenal glands, and you are going to need those when you enter menopause. The herbs that belong to that class are ashwagandha, eleuthero, or Siberian ginseng, rhodiola, Korean ginseng, and so on and so forth. And also magnesium. I recommend 500 milligrams of magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate before bed. Make sure that you take vitamin C, good quality, and collagen supplements. There's some also very good herbal blends that I like. My favorite ones, probably I use the most, is Vessel Forte by Designs for Health. The first thing, if you have swollen ankles and feet, you have to rule out that you're having heart and kidney problems. Please make sure you run appropriate tests to rule that out. The other common reason is hypothyroidism or low thyroid. And in order to rule that out, you need to ask your doctor to order a complete thyroid panel, including antibodies. If all of those come back normal, the other reasons why the feet and ankles could be swelling can be food sensitivities. So for that, start by eliminating processed foods, dairy, and gluten. And also make sure you elevate your feet above your heart every day, preferably in intervals of 5 to 10 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day. And you can just lie next to the wall, put your legs up the wall, or you can put your legs up the chair, but make sure you help the liquids drain back. And ideally, of course, walking at least 30-40 minutes a day really helps a lot. Chlorophyll is a great supplement to drink. It's one of my favorite things. You can just buy some drops, add it to your water, and there's no side effects. It's really, really good stuff. So yeah.